Hare Krishna, Prabhu Smaji. Am I audible, visible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Let's get started. So, Bhagavad-gītā Yatharūp ki jai. Prabhupada Prabhupada ki jai. So, today we will be discussing from 9th chapter, 13th and 14th verse. So, we begin with the prayers. We seek the blessings of the Lordship. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya Sudarshan ki jai. पंचक्य भगवान निताय चैतन्य भगवान की जय, पावन देव भगवान की जय, प्रसन्न भगवान की जय, बलराम पूर्णिमा महोत्सव की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। वंशकल्पद्रव्यस्य कृपासिन्धुभ्यो भगवान् वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Bhagavad-gītā, chapter 9, verse 13-14. महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्त्यनन्यमनसो ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम्. Repeat. महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्त्यनन्यमनसो ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम्. Can someone please read the translation? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, may I?
Sure, Mataji. Manisha Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the opportunity. O son of, translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
We go to the next verse. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridhavrata namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. Repeat. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridhavrata namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. Can someone please read the translation? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Always chanting my glories and devouring with great determination, bowing down before me, these great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
I'll just stop sharing my screen. So we start from here. So in the 9th chapter, we see it speaks of the Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, right? The topmost knowledge. Lord Krishna is giving the topmost knowledge here. So the topmost knowledge part, we see the entire second section of Bhagavad-gītā, chapter 7 to 12, 7 onwards till chapter 12, we see the contents. Basically, covers the Bhakti Yoga aspect. So that is the basic essence of Bhagavad-gītā. That is said to be the basic important principle of Bhagavad-gītā. So there it is said about people who are non-envious of the Lord, people who are devotees of the Lord. So they are always attracted towards the Lord. They are always eager to serve the Lord in so many different ways. Whatever they do in life, they want to serve the Lord, surrender everything unto the Lord and serve the Lord to the fullest. So in the 12th verse, it was said, those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demonic and atheistic views. So otherwise, so whoever follows the path of this devotional service, they are always attracted towards the Lord. They're always attracted towards the service, devotional service to the Lord. So otherwise, the people who are not so attracted to the Lord, so either it is the sunlight that is where there is light, or the darkness. So there are two opposite sides. So if you are not attracted to Krishna, will be attracted towards the Maya or the demonic aspect or the atheistic views. So they'll be carried away. So in that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. So everything is deluded. In that illusion aspect, everything is waste. human life which we have got, the opportunity which we have got to connect back to the Lord or connect back to the Lord and become eligible to enter into the kingdom of Godhead, that is wasted. That life is wasted if we are not following that path. Then it is said, O son of Bhakta, those who are not deluded. So the other side, again coming back to the devotee side, those who are not deluded are under the protection of the divine nature. The Lord's arrangement, Lord's government, if we see, so many demigods are there. They're all department heads. They all take care of certain aspects, and there is a proper hierarchy made. So demigods take care of different departments as assigned by the Lord. So, and the nature is there, which works under the control of the Lord. The Lord says, the divine nature, that nature is under me. So he says about this different energies, and he say, nature is my energy, and above that is jivas, who are using of the natural resources, who are using my energy. So that is also, jivas are also my energy, Lord says. Then so they are always under the protection of the divine nature. If we see the prakriti, so when we become devotees, the called Maya Devi helps us connect with the Lord. Otherwise, we are not devotees, and Maya Devi tests us. Okay, whether we are eligible to become devotees, or whether we are really eligible to go back home, back to Godhead, or where we are really eligible to be under. We are really eligible to enter into the kingdom of God. Maya Devi makes some tests. Once we become devotees, she promotes us or protects us. So that's Lord is saying, the devotees know Krishna to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead, inexhaustible and original. Even the creator, we say, Brahmaji, he himself says, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigrahanadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. He is the cause of all the causes. Brahmaji says, I am not the cause. There is some cause for me also. That is the ultimate cause from him, whom everything comes. That is Krishna. He says Ishvara Parama Krishna. And this is here, Srila Prabhupada mentions the part about Mahatma. The Mahatma is already he is already situated in the divine nature. He is under the control of material nature. How is this affected? So in this mentioned, it is Srila Prabhupada is explaining it. That is explained in the 7th chapter. One who surrenders under the Supreme Personality of Godhead at once become freed. Okay, so the moment we take birth in the material world, we get a body and we get bound to the material world. But being in the material world itself, we can act freed from this 3 modes of material nature by connecting to the master of these 3 modes of material nature, that is Krishna. So we can become free from the material nature as soon as we surrender unto the Supreme Lord. So the hierarchy is there. Krishna is on the top. Then there are the 3 modes of nature. So when we surrender unto the Lord, either we surrender unto the Lord or we take shelter of the 3 modes of material nature. So the 3 modes of material nature are under the control of the Lord. In the beginning of Bhagavad-gītā, we see that image, 3 ladies, and there are threads or ropes and like puppet. And on top of them is Krishna. We either surrender into Krishna, that's the highest thing we can get, or we surrender unto the 3 modes of material nature and act accordingly. So if we surrender unto Krishna completely, then we come to the stage of a Mahatma. So then Mahatma, from the 3rd chapter onwards, Lord says either this or that. Okay, this way, this is the best, and the next is the option. You can do this also. You can be like this also. He gives the other paths also. That he says, either you follow me or surrender unto me, or you surrender unto someone else. So he says 2 options. So he says now Mahatma, like the in the 12th verse, whatever was said, they get deluded, they get defeated. So either you follow that path or you become a Mahatma. So Mahatma does not divert his attention to anything outside Krishna, because he perfectly knows that Krishna is the cause of all causes without a doubt. So that Shraddha or faith, that's very important. Without a doubt, they know that Krishna is the ultimate. So they are just attracted to Krishna. If we say the 2-handed form is mentioned here, only attracted to the 2-handed form of Krishna. So if you see Arjuna was put into such a situation that he asked, "Oh Lord, please show me the universal form." And then he said, "Okay, I am bewildered by this form, oh Lord. So I only requested to show this form, but I am bewildered. Now please show your original form." Then Lord showed his 4-handed form. Then ultimately the 2-handed form, and said, "This form in which I'm standing in front of you is not easily accessible or easily visible or easily understandable. This is if you can understand me or see me only by devotional service. Only devotees can see me or understand me as I am. So the Lord says, and he in the 10th chapter, he gives different opulences. This is and then the devotees who are there, they may get carried away by different opulences or different different terms or different things in the Vedas. They may get carried away, but only devotees can see and understand him. So then he says, always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, these great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. So which is the 9th chapter, the 34th verse. Again, he says that as a direct, as a instruction, he says, Man mana bhav mad bhakto madhya jimam namaskuru mame vashasi yukta atmana mat parayana. Always, so he says, Man mana bhav mad bhakto, always engage your mind in thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances unto me, worship me. So he says that instruction. The same part is mentioned in the 14th verse, that the devotees or Mahatmas who have surrendered unto them, what do? They always chant his glories. So they always chant his holy names or chant his glories, different pastimes and glorifications. And with the great determination, they bow down before the Lord and they worship Lord Krishna. That part is mentioned. So if you see the flow in the 14th sloka, he says, okay, Mahatmas or great devotees, they do this. They chant my glories. They worship me. They bow down to me with great determination. They endeavor and they serve me nicely. So they said in the 14th verse. And slowly this thing further continues and finally gives the instruction. Just become my devotee. Just follow the path of Mahatmas. So Mahatmas cannot be just rubber stamped. Okay, this person is a Mahatma. From so many years he's doing this, or he has got so many siddhi, or this, that, this, that. It's not a rubber stamp. It cannot be manufactured. Here, Prabhupada says he cannot be manufactured by rubber stamping an ordinary man. It is by the symptoms. It is by the practice. It's by the performance of yajna, that's Harinam Sankirtan yajna, and the surrender aspect. Whatever we do, we offer it to the Lord. We whatever I have, I surrender it to the Lord, offer it to the Lord. Everything I use in the service of the Lord, senses. I use my tongue in eating only prasadam, Krishna prasadam, glorifying the Lord. So it's such a stage I can call myself a Mahatma. So if I have to attend such a stage. Otherwise, I cannot just say, okay, I've been a devotee or I've been following this from so many years, so I become a Mahatma. That is not the qualification. That qualification is the symptoms, Srila Prabhupada mentioned. So he is not a impersonalist. So he's always ready to be engaged in the service of the Lord, and mostly he's always ready to glorify the Lord whenever he gets a little bit of time, or whenever he gets an opportunity. He's just waiting for an opportunity. He just grabs that opportunity. Okay, somebody has come to my home, somebody, some friends or relatives, somebody is there. I just use the opportunity. Okay, people are gathered, so let me just speak about the Lord. Every opportunity he used in the service of the Lord. So one has to glorify all these things. So what are the things mentioned? He said his holy name, his eternal form, his transcendental qualities, his uncommon pastimes. So if we are attached to all this and we always speak of all this that is non different from each other, then we can also become a Mahatma. So otherwise, if you are attracted to the impersonalist form, there's a explanation of the other aspect of the Supreme Personality of Godhead also, the Brahma Jyoti form or the impersonal form. If we get attracted to, is not described as Mahatma in the Bhagavad-gītā. Then the Mahatma explanation is given, that is a devotee, perfect Krishna conscious devotees. So there are different activities. So we say Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasenam, Archanam, Mandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. Different aspects are there. So in any one of the aspect we get connected to, anyone, if we get connected to, we follow that in a nice way. We follow that dedicatedly, dedicatedly we follow that any of the one process at least, then we can be called a Mahatma. So in the second chapter, it is mentioned that about devotional service. Prabhupada mentioned in the purpose. Then the second chapter, it is mentioned that devotional service is easy. and it can be performed in a happy mood also. The 9th chapter also it is said. So Sukham Kartamavya. And then there is no serious, there is nothing difficult in that. And the process is so easy that we can, if at all we miss this chance, if at all we are not able to complete, we get another better opportunity, better chance we get, and we'll be promoted to higher this thing we can enjoy. Either we can go to higher planetary systems and enjoy and come back, or we get a birth in nice family where performing devotional service becomes easy. That's favorable family we get. So there's no loss in following this. But we should not take it for, okay, I can get another chance, let me enjoy this. And no. So in this life, we just focus that in the 8th chapter, it is said that the end moment, we should think about Lord Krishna. It should be our ultimate aim. We should not think, okay, how will I be able to think of the Lord? Just wherever we are, whichever position we are, we just keep engaging ourselves in the service of the Lord. The end moment part, Lord will take care. Ramanjacharya says, you just do your service now. Lord will take care. Lord will arrange how you will go back to Godhead. So that's so a devotee who is always engaged in a devotional service. We conclude here, anywhere, in any position and anywhere in the world, he can perform devotional service to the personality of Godhead and thus become actually Mahatma. So about Mahatma, it is said about in the 13th and 14th verse. So we are all following from so many days, so many weeks, so many months, so many years. Many devotees are here. 17 devotees are here. Most of us are all following this process. Many senior devotees also are here. So most of us are already following this process. Just a reminder for all of us that we remind ourselves daily that, okay, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. We keep reminding ourselves. So we, for some important discussion or important things, we keep reminders so that we don't forget. So like that, we have to remind ourselves over and over again, so we can continually be engaged in the service of the Lord without getting deviated. So thank you, Prabhu Mataji, for joining today. So today is Balram Purnima. So I'll just stop this recording for now. Where do I stop it? Okay.